Live now, okay. Hello guys, hope everyone's doing alright. Yeah, so we're just going to continue on retopology for this stream. We got quite far with the retopology in the last stream, just because obviously we're using wrap now. We did a little bit of work, obviously like we made the body, just like box modeled that, then wrapped it. And other than that, this topology is taken from twigs. So a few changes I want to make, but the main thing is like obviously working on the eyes. And we also updated the ear, but looking at it now, I still feel like something's off. I really don't like how this loop, so let's just do that. I don't like how this loop wraps around that way when the ear kind of terminates up there. It's a little bit weird. I mean, it would work, it would be fine, but it kind of bothers me. So we might fix that in the stream. I had a quick go at it, like off stream, and it kind of failed, but I was very tired that day. But yeah, so we're just going to get started, I guess. So one thing I need to keep track of is the fact that this is, it's not high poly at all, but it's really like lacking performance for some reason. So we're going to delete everything that we're not actively working on. I've got the duplicate here, so we can just bind it back on after. So we're just going to use this to kind of work on the eyes. So let's get quad draw. So we just need to line things up a little bit better. Just relax all that out a little bit. One thing we will have to do as well is once we've got this transferred to the sculpt, we'll want to add some more loops going up into the eye, as in like up behind this folder skin. Let's just try to get these a little bit straighter. Cool. I need to make sure I mute Facebook as well, actually. 1 second. There we go. So we got that working. So I'm going to need to grab a little bit of reference, I think. Let's get that up there. Do that. Right. I need to leave that bit alone. So let's get some quick reference for the caruncle. I need to get PureRef open. Load recent. Okay, and let's just go into. Can't remember how to change the background. Is it like Alt B or something? I don't remember how to change the background color. There we go. Yeah, let's go with that one. Right, so we're going to do the caruncle as a separate object. Because I find that works a little bit better for the way I like to work. So we'll be modeling that in later. Oh, hey guys. So the first guy that commented there, how would I say your name? Because naturally I can't read the characters. I don't know what it says. But I like to, be able to say hello to people. Okay. I need to relax this bit out, I think. Okay. So let's start getting this extruded in. In fact, actually, one thing I need to check. So I can grab the inside of the eye from twigs, right? Because it's already going to have the same poly count. Yes, actually, it's my Korean name. Yeah, I thought so. It's more just a case of, like, I can't read the characters. So I don't know, like, basically what to call you. Okay, head base topo. So we're just going to duplicate. Well, I guess we don't even need to duplicate it. Let's just delete the eyes. And this can fit right in. Let's go modify center pivot. Okay, and we're going to hide the sculpt for a moment. And let's just get that. Oh, we don't want to do that. Okay, let's pull that forward. Something like that will work. We can just bridge from there, right? Let's just delete all this. Yeah, I think that will work. Relatively, anyway. Let's just try to line things up a little bit better. Okay. So we got that. Let's combine these two. Although, is it worth holding off on that? In fact, yeah, let's hold off on that and just hide it for now. Show this guy again, and set him as light surface. Let's just, for now, extend these loops. So okay, let's extrude that one, then we can pull all these out together. Okay, extrude this guy out. wondering if I should have a loop kind of close in here and bridge that across. Anyway, I read your blog post about fabric. Thanks for sharing your know-how. Yeah, fine. Yeah, no worries, man. Okay. You know what would have been a massively easier way of doing all this? In fact, no, I actually did need that. Never mind. If you're wondering why I'm doing it in sections, it just makes it a little bit easier to control, in my opinion. Okay, so let's pull all of these back to where it makes contact with the eye. Yeah, let's do it edge by edge, actually. It'll be a lot quicker. Okay, this bit's going to get really pinched in, isn't it? There we go, gets easy again here. Okay. Yeah, so I think this actually needs to... I think we need to do something more close to that. It probably needs to go one further over, right? Maybe another one? No, I think here's fine. Okay, so let's... Although one thing worth considering is the fact that the Chronicle does do a lot of this for us, so maybe we do actually need that to near. Yeah, because that needs to sit around it. Yeah, never mind. Ignore what I was doing. I was thinking of the Chronicle as being part of the same mesh, which I'm not going to do that, so... By the way, have you seen DALL-E 2 AI? Would love to hear your thoughts on how we can benefit from it. No, I haven't. What is it exactly? Can this come out further? I'm gonna need to move all this around a bit. Text to image is insane. Alright, let me give it a quick Google. This thing? Oh, Jesus. That's crazy good. Yeah, that's really cool. Mildly terrifying. It's one of those things that, like, I think pretty much every artist is aware that AI is going to replace us eventually, right? Because it's not even just an artist issue. It's like every single industry is going to be affected by it. It's more of a government problem than anything else, I feel. Especially true for 2D artists. Absolutely, but it's one of those though, like, you know, I mean, 5 years ago, what Google did the AI thing where you draw vague outlines and produce a picture, and it was good, but it looked really glitchy, and that's, like, way better now. It's really probably not long until they can do that for 3D as well. But I think it was it Disney or was it Google that put out an AI that can turn a single image into a 3D model? Like, you don't even need multiple images anymore. Like, the whole kind of appeal of it is that it's, like, exponential, right? Okay. So. Let's hide this guy for a bit. Show that again. So I need to do an edge count. Let's 120. 120, right, so these are an exact match. So what I'm gonna do is make this fit the eye as close as I can. Then soft select these edges. Fuck off. Line these up to the model. Okay, so what we're going to do from now is grab this mesh, grab that mesh, combine. Okay, then solo this guy. That's not the key one. That is. And I'm going to delete back a few loops. Okay, then let's find equivalent edges. Those two will do. Bridge. Assign preview mount. Modify. Let's go to mesh display, sorry. Set to face, soften edge. Okay, so now what we need to do is add these back in. And tweak them until they're about right. Oh, that edge needs pulling back. Okay, let's go pre. Just pull that back a bit. Okay. Now, Bridget. I don't think it overly matters how accurate I am with which edges go where. That said, okay, I'm going to select this guy. Let's duplicate that, drag it out of here, hide the eye group, smooth this a few times, delete the inside of it. So this is a live object. I guess we can mesh separate. Okay, we'll delete that. Draw. Okay, we're gonna need to invert the normals on this guy. Reverse. Okay. Unlock normals. Set to face, soften edge. There we go. Just relax this out a bit. Okay, that's a bit better. Let's show that head again. Okay. I'm just going to put this in template mode so we can continue to see it. Go back into Quadro. Okay, and we're just going to pull this forward to match a little bit closer. We'll add loops where we need to. Okay, so this inner corner is going to be a problem. We'll have to pull that out after. That's kind of a non-issue for now. Okay, I think one more loop should do it. There we go, finally. Getting something more reasonable out. Okay, let's get another loop in there. There we go. So we got that. Let's... Okay. So turn that off. Going to reverse. Because it is an eye socket after all. Then we want this guy out of his layer. It's going to inflate that just slightly, but deflate that just slightly. And that'll make sure it's not intersecting the eye all the time. And this bit over here is still going to be a problem, but at least less of one. So we're just going to grab that, yank that all the way over here, get a smaller radius, pull it forward. That's where it gets messy again, but that's okay. I guess actually we can get away with that being further down. Okay. So let's kind of ease up. Let's just quickly mirror. grab you. At this point we're going to go into... oh, it already is in symmetry, nice. Bridge. Okay, and now what we're going to do is edit edge for this guy. We'll have to do... oh, that's kind of struggling. Okay, let's do that. Edit edge flow. There we go. Then we'll have to push that in slightly. Okay, now that I've got that, I'm going to delete the edge behind it. Add edge loop in there. And edit edge for this guy. There we go, it gives us a smoother blend. I could probably add the edge for this guy as well. Okay, and let's just get the sculpt brush for relaxing topo. Cool, there we go. So let's go from here, let's go to soften edge. And we have Topology. So we will have to do a fair bit of modeling in this area. In fact, I'm going to add another loop here. I'm just going to allow that to edit edge flow. And then probably inflate a tiny bit. To give us a little bit of wiggle room. Pull it up. Pull that up. There we go. There we go. Getting there. Getting there. Okay, so we got that. Do we try to get the overlap now, or do we do that after we've got the sculpt in? I think we do that after we've got the sculpt. I think all I'd need to do to make it work is get that loop in there now, rather than later. Maybe this one too. That just gives me the topology to play with later. Although it does obviously cause issues here. And we'll leave that for now. Okay, so let's show this guy. Combine these two. Oh, it's doing that thing where it has shared faces. Okay, so I think we need to turn off symmetry for this to not break. So that's the loop there. Combine. Bridge. So we got that in there. Next area, I'd say, is the nose. How many edges is that? 24. That should be fine. So let's just get that extruded up. Let's do everything in topology mode, or topology symmetry. Bye, Becca. Becca just left. Okay, so we got that. Okay. It's 24. That's 18. 20. Okay, so we need to move that one over. That is 18. That one is 26. Oh, I went the wrong way. Okay. Okay. That's 22. That's 22. Alright, cool. So now we can just connect these up. I think up one more on this side. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What? One, two, three, four, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, cool. So the middle one is you. To the middle one, which is you. Okay. Okay, and then one more. Okay, so now what we're going to do now is select all these, do that, extrude, scale, then let's go into convert to vertices, average verts, Sculpting will take care of a lot of it from here. So let's just get some loops in to make it nice and square. Must have to do a quick relax pass in the sculpt tools. It's getting slower. We'll leave these ones. Okay, so let's get into the sculpt tool. It's actually holding the shape. It's very, very low contrast, kind of hard to tell what's going on, honestly. But we'll just go into smooth mode. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it over stream. It's very, very low contrast. Honestly, I'm straining my eyes to see what I'm doing right now. Okay. And we're just going to relax out this area as well. I'll probably smooth that area actually. Okay, soften edge. So we've got nostrils in there. And again, at some point I'll kind of round these out to kind of fill out the actual nostril a bit so that it has a more uniform thickness. But that will do for now. Maybe just quickly grab these guys. There we go. That's about right. I know that the nose has like a little notch in here somewhere. So, teeth. I'm kind of thinking of taking ratatouille, honestly. Because it did have like gums modelled in. Obviously I'll have to do a little bit of retopo. But nothing really too major, honestly. We need to get some caruncle in there as well. Oh, we also need to cap their arms and lower body. Let's do that. Okay. This one's the easiest one to do, so we'll do that first. I don't know if these are actually merging together, so I'll probably have to do a merge pass. Is there a quicker way to like quickly cap off stuff like this? I just realised I'm a little bit of an idiot. I made this from a cube, so a quicker way of doing this would have been to create a cube, smooth it 4 times, and just delete the bottom face off of it. But we're already this far through it. Then we'll have to grab it all and smooth it. As in, like, relax the verts out. Okay, so let's just grab the entire bottom of this thing. Okay, got that. Extrude it, which we'll do by scaling. Something like that. Then we'll go to vertices, deselect that. Okay, and then just average verts. And just keep mashing that. Okay, so if these ones, let's try the thing I just mentioned, see if this works, shall we? So we know that this has 64. So 4, smooth, 8, 16, 32, 64. Okay, let's just quickly, in fact no, that doesn't matter. Okay, 0, modify, free transformations. Something like that will do. Okay, so I'm going to mirror this geometry after I've assigned the material. So let's go mirror. Okay. Go into world symmetry. Delete a bunch of edges that we don't need. Make life a little bit easier. Okay, that'll do. I think it's the same on the other side now, right? Yep, it is. Cool. Gonna combine those with this. That's the middle edge, or is that a middle edge? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There we go, that's the middle edge. Modify, convert polygon edges to curve. Modify, center pivot. That'll just help me remember where the central edge is. Okay, so now we need to find the central edge on this guy, which I believe is that. Yep. Cool. So then we'll just select this guy and this guy. Bridge. There we go. So now it's a simple case of okay, we got the same on the other side, right? Cool. Convert to verts. Average verts. Eventually it will get to where we need it. It's kind of satisfying to watch it do that, actually. And there we go, that's close enough. Okay, so let's go modify, free transformations, delete the history. Cool. Just going to call this body geo. Cool. So we can delete that. Got you. So mouth socket, and then topology is done for the base mesh, minus the eyelid overhang. Okay. So I'm going to take the inside of the mouth from the retopology character just because it's the most effort I've put into mouth topology. So let's just go grab him. I'm pretty sure I'll have him exported somewhere. So retopology, assets, modeling, Marcel Toying, Maya, exports, version 3. Should be fine. Wait, that's really, really close. Holy shit. He's almost the exact same size as this dude's head. That's incredible. Either way, let's assign our preview material to him. So we're just going to take the inside of the mouth from this guy, which is naturally quite a bit lower poly than mine. Is also the wrong shape and size. So we're going to have to do a little bit of work to kind of get that to match, but we'll have tongue and all that sort of stuff in geometry. Obviously it needs quite a lot of sculpting, but it's there. So let's bring that forward. So the first thing I need to find out is how many edges. 44. This is going to be an awkward number, isn't it? 62. Right, so I need to get this to be 62 edges. 30. 64. Well, that was quick. That's also incredibly awkward, right? Because if I delete that, we got less. So we're gonna need to do maybe a loop in here. How many do we have now? 60. So I can literally only add one more loop. These topologies aren't quite compatible, are they? 62. 62. Right, so first thing to do is to delete that, because it doesn't actually help us at all. Do we have like a defined middle? Oh fuck, we do. Okay, this isn't actually compatible geometry. Well, not quite anyway. What's going to be the best way to merge this? So I need to get rid of this so that the corners can combine. Modify, center pivot. Let's just quickly scale it up, get it vaguely in the right place. So the gum is actually too far back for this. Let's throw a quick lattice in there. So mesh display. No, why would I look there? Deform, lattice. Need to free transforms. Modify, free transformations. Deform, lattice. Let's read that to. Don't think I need these. I'll add that. Okay, that works. So I'm just going to select this guy, go to that preview material, add some transparency, and then the mouth I'm just going to assign a different geometry, a different shader. Let's just assign Lambert 1 for now. And then lighting, two-sided lighting. Such a funny shape. Okay, so let's put him into a display layer as well. I'm not sure what's in that layer. Anyway, so we got world symmetry on. That's good. So, the first thing. Okay. Let's get all of this further forward, which I guess we can do by pulling that back, pulling the whole thing forward. Okay. Let's get these top ones, pull them down a little bit. Okay, let's go into that lattice. Okay, so those gums are too big, right? It's vaguely the right shape now, so let's just go and delete the history. I still need to figure out how the fuck we're going to combine these. Like, naturally, I could remove a loop from this guy, but really don't want to. So you actually have uneven amounts of loops. Like, the top lip has more loops than the bottom lip, which is actually quite bad. Weird. I'll have to go in and fix that later. In fact, we can do it right now. Fuck it. Symmetry, world. Okay. Yeah, I do actually find that really frustrating now that I look at it. Oh no. Completely. Alright, so next project I do, I'm gonna rebuild the mouth topology completely. Not this project though. Okay, so I'm gonna delete like this loop. And obviously at some point we'll need to kind of get these not overlapping. Let's get them close, but we can do that after we've merged the mouth, I guess. Okay, so again, this is 62. Oh, that could be a problem actually. This is the same count top and bottom. So actually, it might, weirdly that makes it easier. Okay, so if I measure from like U to U, that's 36. Come on. 36 is top, 26 is the bottom. Okay. God, that's awkward. So this one currently is going to be completely uniform. 30 at the bottom. Okay, so we need to delete a few loops from this. So delete one more. Okay. So that's the bottom and top evened out. Well, that's the bottom, sorry, lined up. And then we need 36 up here. So so that should now match. Let's combine these. Actually, before I do that, I haven't saved in a while. Just alt save my scene, alt save again, so we've got backup. Okay, So combine, modify, freeze transforms, and then let's assign the correct material. Edit. Actually, go into cool. So now let's duplicate this guy. So top middle is going to be the easiest one to line up. Bridge those. Jesus. Okay, that's a bit of a problem. Let me just quickly try something. Make it a little bit more easy to look at. Okay. Yeah, this is a bit of a problem. What's really the best way to do this then? That shouldn't be diving back like that. At least I don't think it should. But we need this to connect up there. Which means we need like here to... oh Jesus. We need those to bridge. So that we can have a bit more of a reasonable... Just thinking. 54. Okay, so this one needed to be 26, right? Okay, so that's 26 again. Cool. Top one needs to be 36. So it's 32, so add 2 more again. It's getting quite dense. But that should do that. Also, it's going to line it up a little bit closer. Okay, let's try again. There's something that's dawned on me, is that? Oh, it tilts down at the front. Bastard. It's also kind of stretching out the gums a little bit. Okay. 4 times the charm. Feels a bit better. What's going on now? Wait, why is that ending there? Oh, because that's okay. That makes sense. Okay, so let's go back into this guy. We need to relax all the polygons out. Right, would it be easier to delete this and just make a sock? Like a mouth sock. I feel like it would be like considerably easier to do that. At the same time, this is working now. It's a little bit weird, but nothing a bit of sculpting wouldn't fix. The topology is physically in place at this point, right? Okay, we need to get all this stuff up. Be a lot easier for me to just do that, right? There we go. Jesus. Okay, we'll ignore that. There we go. We have a basic mouth. So dumb. Right, okay, so let's go to soften edge, shading, and just turn off two-sided lighting. So let's delete this guy. Okay, let's go to modify. I keep calling that modify for some reason. Let's actually set the face and then soften again. Okay, unlock normals, set the face, soften edge. So we're just going to use this guy as reference for a moment. So let's delete everything out. What is that? Is that the back of the gums going through the front of the gums? It is. Hey, what is this? hell's going on right now? Oh, okay. That was very confusing. Oh, okay. Yep, there we go. Okay. Let's just go in. That's why I was getting confused. There we go. So technically, this is done. It's happened again. Okay, yeah, that area is going to need some work. These elements, though, they're quite easy to fix. I think that's good enough for now. So I guess we're going to need Caruncle and UVs, right? That's the next things. Body underscore geo. We're not going to make any major changes to UVs at this point, so let's get started on that, I guess. Or any major changes to topo that would affect UVs. So let's just start mapping. Put a map in the X, sure, why not? I don't have bonus tools installed, do I? No. Okay. So first thing we have to do is separate any areas where we know we need to cut out. Okay. He ended up like one loop over. Okay, Is that good? Okay, let's just go into our UV view. Okay, the inside of the mouth will need a bit of fixing up. But the inside of the mouth is going to completely kind of shit itself, I think. If this hasn't just crashed anyway. Did it crash? I think it did. Well, luckily it did save literally seconds ago. Kill my... Okay. Okay. Did it just crash again? Have I got it in smooth mode or some shit? Doesn't look like I do. I can always take it into a different version of Maya to UV. If for whatever reason that is an issue. Okay. So before this crashes again, let me just export it. Export selection. Maya exports body geo. Right, so delete the history on it, modify freeze transformations. Okay, that's working fine. So if we go into UV editor again, or if I go into UV shell mode, okay, it's just really not liking unfolding. Cut, UV shell, unfold. Okay, let's isolate the inside of the mouth. Get some quick cuts in here. What's going to be the best way to cut this? Okay, we'll cut around the tongue as well, I guess. I didn't cut all the way out. Oh, alright, it doesn't like double clicking UVs. That's so weird though. Like, why? Because it's not even that many polygons. It's like, what, 26,000? Yeah, 26,000 polygons. It did it there, but like, why is it so much slower than just that? It's doing it again, huh? So weird.
program, ladies and gentlemen, we have something that's going to make you sick.
Guess we'll go for the upper corner actually. Going to do fur after UV? Yeah. Well, not straight away. I'm going to get the sculpt and a baseline of textures going first. I'm probably going to do 2 UV sets as well. One for high-res textures and one for like groom and everything else. UV shell, select U, unfold. Okay, so we've got that. UV shell, unfold. Okay, so did that shit again. Okay, I think I can wait it out. I have no idea why it's so much slower now. We'll give it 2 minutes. It's really not that many polygons, it shouldn't be struggling. And it's literally 26,000, it's nothing. There we go. So let's just go to UV shell. Okay, let's lay these all out. Okay, let's change our layout settings. So we're going to pack it at shell padding is 16. Okay, so we can set that to 4K. Align Y to V. Preserve 3D ratios. Tiles. Let's go 5 tiles. Yeah, that didn't preserve 3D ratios. That's complete nonsense. It's like I didn't even try. Okay, let's get our UV toolkit going. Let's transform. We're going to get this guy, apply that to everything. then we are going to have to kind of move this stuff around a bit. But let's just put this stuff like there. Where's that arm? It's the tongue. That's what, an eye socket? I guess so. Let's move it. Ah. That is nostril. That's the back. That's an arm. Gonna have to turn off Worldex now. So we're gonna have to scale these down just slightly to get them to fit. In fact, let's get set. How much of a difference does this make? And that is more uniform. So we'll set that to all of them. Okay, so we got the two arms. That's an ear, that's an ear. Those are also ears. That's the bottom of the torso. And bottom of the torso doesn't matter because it's not visible, so we'll just put it like that. Which arm is that? Okay, so that one goes with you, which means that one goes with you. What are you? That's the inside of that ear. It's getting them vaguely placed around. What's that? That's a tongue, right? Yep. Eye socket 1, that side. Eye socket 2, that side. Nostril on that side. Nostril on that side. What are you? Ear canal on the other side. Okay, so there's a way to mirror UVs, right? It sounds like you can paint the mirror. Let's check. Tools. Symmetrize. Christ. Beautiful performance. Oh, that's the opposite of what we want. I can't deal with that. Ain't no way that's like actual performance. Wonder what's causing this. It is very weird. Goes without saying this isn't going to be final UVs by any stretch. I just need to figure out how I'm putting the eyes into the UVs. Because the eyes need to have their ramp UVs, right? And I guess that the eyes are always going to be their own object. Just going to have a think for a second. So what we are going to have to do is create a very high res set of UVs, because I'm planning on using some scan data from 3D Scan Store to get the high res displacement. Try out the wrap workflow. But yeah, let's very quickly. I'm going to go into UV sets. I'm going to copy into the new UV set. I'm going to call this texture UVs. Cool, we're now in that UV set, right? So this is going to be a ultra high res UV set. So basically like 4 times resolution of this. To achieve that and to actually fit anything, in fact, let's quickly set a scale. So let's set that to like 20. Let's go 21. So that's what we need to cut down, basically. Although, really, I need to do some maths. It's like how many polygons I'm going to need. But for now, let's do what we know we need to do. Cut. Cut. Okay, let's cut from the corner of the mouth out. Cut. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. Okay. Body's going to be very heavily cut up for this to work. First thing is obviously to cut it right down the middle. Same with the back. Then probably going to want to cut it around the sides as well. Arms, probably cut around. Okay. So we're going to start with the head. So you can go a little bit bigger to kind of get more out of the UV space. These are still a bit too big, but we can scale those. I think it's covered by clothes. How big can we get this before it starts to be an issue? That's Yeti graph adapter. Fuck. Yeah, how big can we get this UV toolkit? Let's scale. Oh, bless me. Right, okay, so so let's just call it 24. UV shell. Okay, so move this out of the way. Okay, let's move all this stuff off. In fact, would it be better to would that be better? Has more of a rhythm to it, right? Okay, that's the body, which we're going to be scaling down. But let's get all this stuff over as well. Okay, we can put him in his zone. Let's do one for the mouth. Okay, is that a tongue? Why is it so small? Like, is it actually that small? If so, my tongue is too small. Like, compared to the head. Oh yeah, god, the tongue is tiny. In fact, yeah, the entire inner mouth is tiny. Why did I... okay. Put that there for now. Ear. Grab all these guys. So they are left side. Let's just pull those over this way. Which one are you? Bottom. Okay, so. That's an eye socket. That's the ear canal. Okay. What else? Nostril. It goes in the middle, so we'll just kind of throw that in. Oh, it's mouth, so we'll put it in here. Okay, that's all body stuff. Yeah, we're going to need to scale the mouth up at some point, aren't we? Convert to faces. Okay, how do you shrink a selection? It's like this guy, right? Ooh. Okay. Select. Shrink. It's just that on its own. Wait, what? Okay. It's better. It's not perfect, but it's better. Need to use my Wacom for this. Let's get an inflate tool. Okay, and we definitely need to change the strength for that. Let's go to 1. Okay, let's go to relax. Okay, so we got that working. Well, working well enough. We're gonna have to do quite a lot of work to get the lips working now. I always struggle with lips. I haven't found like a convenient way to do them stably. That isn't just, oh, use a base mesh. Which I hate that logic when I hear it. Just like, I'm aware, but like, you need to know how to make things yourself, right? Okay, we don't need to edit edge loop that guy. Or edit edge flow, sorry. Okay, so let's model a very quick curricula in there as well. So, shall we box model it? Do we have any information? I guess not. So we'll go off these. Yeah, let's box model something in there. Cube. Okay, so I'm going to thin that out a fair bit. Going to extrude this guy. Going to, nope. Let's let him for a second. Extrude that. Maybe it's worth doing no thickness at first, just to kind of get things in the right place. Do you have any good images of his eyes? Overall, it leans backwards a bit, so let's pull that over. Gonna get this guy's material. Add a little bit of transparency to it. Give this guy a blend as well. So let's grab all of this, extrude it, pull it forward, scale it up slightly. Apparently I'm very hungry. Okay, let's just quickly get in there, do some relax. The reason I'm doing this like kind of lip at the bottom is so that it can blend in a little bit better. Okay. Okay. Reverse. Okay. Mesh display. Set to face. Did I duplicate it? Welcome back. Yeah, still streaming. I'll be finishing up in like, 30 minutes. Okay, as a temp geometry, this should work. So let's get that out of its layer. Okay. Yeah, and we'll need to do some nice sculpting at some point to get that looking good. Let's just mirror it for now. Where the hell is mirror? There it is. For now, just drop that into there. Delete you. Also, can I ask some feedback on my work? I think my work isn't pretty good. Yeah, sure, man. You may not be able to send a link, like a URL. So what you might have to do is send half of it in one message and half of it in another, or just like remove the www dot and the .com or whatever. It's like a spam filter, and I can't turn it off. Like I've looked for it because it's really annoying. Okay, so let's get back into the UV editor. Okay, so we're just gonna have to scale these guys to fuck's sake. Okay, oh, there we go. Okay, let's save our scene. UV shell. There we go. Right, so we're just gonna have to scale all these down, I think, until one of them can fit. Okay, let's get the UV get set. It's quite a lot smaller, but again, I'm not really too worried about it, honestly. Okay, so we got the left side is always in the bottom. I know these aren't fitting right now. We'll have a look at that in a moment. Let's move those over actually. There we go. So we're going to have to scale these down slightly for them to fit, like that. He can actually fit. So this is my high-res UV set. And again, extremely high-res, completely unnecessary, but I just want to try a workflow. Okay, let's change UV set. Map 1. This is like my much simpler UVs. Although, okay, so what do I need UVs for? I need UVs for groom, and I need UVs for texturing. The groom UVs are somewhat self-explanatory. In that, and it doesn't even need to be one UDIM in Mari, but I just don't need as much resolution. That'd be a lot of wasted space if I did these. So I think, although it does handle UDIMs quite well. So I could end up using Mari for my groom maps on this project. I'm gonna go in streaming for now. 2 hours, 45 minutes, alright. Let's just map this from the front. Mapping, playing on map. That'll do. Is the seam separating the jaw from the rest of the face necessary? What, on the high-res UVs? If you want full resolution, yes. Like, if I was to put the jaw back onto the same UV set, it would need to be a lot kind of smaller so that it would fit in the same UV. So this gets more actual, like, pixels on the patch of geometry. But this allows for a higher texel count. And I'm planning on doing quite high res displacement, like pore displacement. So I kind of need it. In terms of like the real sharp details. Like you can kind of get pores with a lot lower geometry. A lot lower, sorry, UV space, but I've been looking at, again, the 3D scan store stuff, and they use a 16K map. I don't want to do that. I'd much rather use 4K maps. Which keeps things simple, but if I want to get all the detail from a 16K map into 4K maps, then I need to split this up into a lot more sections. Yeah, so this could still arguably be too little if I want to get like all the detail from a 16K map. If I actually know this is about right. Yeah. I did some mental maths earlier and didn't actually communicate it. So like, if this is a 4K map, 4 to 16 goes 4 across, although I guess, yeah, we don't go 4 vertical. So yeah, this still would be missing quite a lot of the detail. It's definitely overkill for most projects, but then the way I'm doing this isn't most projects. Or the way I plan on doing this isn't most projects. Let's just turn on World X. Okay. Let's just add a middle edge loop. Inflate it. There we go. So we need a tier layer later as well. I think this is a little bit too aggressive. Come on. Yeah, let's relax that out a bit. Okay, so let's get this exported. decobots and pop-tarts. Very nice of her. Right, so you've got that. Everything's kind of in place at this point. So let's get this exported. So cache Alembic export selection to Alembic. I'm just going to go modeling, Maya, exports, publish. And basically this publish is always going to be like the full group. Okay. So let's get Katana open. Definitely needs to sort out topology in this area. I mean, this area in general is quite weak. Reason being is that this part is so much further out than this part, which just isn't how it should be, like, at all. We'll fix that in Sculpt though. It's a lot easier to fix that sort of stuff in Sculpt. In terms of like not with displacement, but like now that I've got a topology, I can sculpt it into the right place and just kind of re-export topology. Yeah, so how many polygons do you end up being? 26,000. So when I inevitably go one subdivision up, we are looking at 105,000 polygons. And that should allow my displacement to not have to do too much carrying. Again, I plan on this project being like as high detailed as I can get it, so I'm gonna kind of employ a few tricks. One being the much higher poly count, 105,000. If you're like a student and wondering why the hell would you do 105,000 polygons, let me just find a image. Second. High poly counts have been pretty normal for a while when it comes to high res. When it comes to like hero characters. I'm just trying to find an image where it's still like relatively high res. There we go. So this is from a breakdown that NPC did in 2015, and that was the density of the mesh on the high res. So like high polygon counts have been pretty normal for a while. Granted, this sort of stuff is only really needed for like capturing wrinkles, animation, that sort of stuff. There is a screenshot we can see. In fact, you can just about see it in this. So it's quite low res. But the madman put the lip wrinkles in the topology, which is crazy cool. But yeah, so this sort of stuff is kind of what I'm going for in terms of like, you know, I want to get as much detail as I can. I'm not really afraid of polygon counts. Okay, let's just do a quick render. Then check out my materials. Okay, so we need to disable this guy. Okay, so we can enable the crunkle now. Let's go into our scene graph. Is that not sub-D and render? So the lip wrinkle topology and stuff wouldn't be, no. guess we can actually just get rid of these bits, right? Let's check out that. Where's the caruncle? Did I get rid of it? I think I did. Okay. In which case, for now, let's embrace. Okay, we need to smooth the normals at least. Geometry. So it's subdivision surfaces, we just need to set that to 0. And viewport, that was very heavy in viewport. Absolutely. I mean, so again, like, they wouldn't have been animating with that mesh all the time. Something that very often gets overlooked is that you can have multiple meshes in a rig. You animate with one of them, then show another to kind of see what it'll be doing closer to render time. So, like, because things like that wrinkle topology, like, it's complete overkill. Like, complete overkill. But if you need deformations on those wrinkles, or if you need them to hold during, like, sticky lip or something, displacement isn't always going to do exactly what you want. Displacement really isn't a catch-all solution to adding detail, because displacement by its very nature is completely static. Like, unless you make multiple displacement maps and blend them together, which is a nightmare into itself. You know, there's an element. Oh, this is broken. There we go. This is going to be issues. And it's all going to be covered by clothing, so I don't really need to worry about it. But I'm going to do a render with the wireframe. Let this get completed. Then I'm going to do a wireframe. Then go do a render without the wireframe, just to see how it looks. There we go. Yeah, trying to think what else. This stream's almost 3 hours long already, and I kind of want to do stuff with my day, and it's almost 1 o'clock, so this will be the end of the stream, I think. Next stream, I'll probably do another stream either tomorrow, if not tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday. Because now we're passing all the boring stuff, we can actually get into really fun stuff soon, which is the kind of, you know, second pass and sculpting and all that sort of stuff. Make, you know, more fun with it. Do I still have? I don't. Okay. But yeah, so I guess that'll be it for today. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Again, hopefully I'll be streaming tomorrow. We can go over some more, you know, finish off the UVs, figure out what we want to do for Groom workflow, like if we want to do specific Groom UVs or if we just want to use the kind of map 1 where it's all a bit more simplified. I'll probably do Groom UVs honestly, but I need to think about it first. And yeah, other than that, we'll be getting into sculpting, kind of starting to really refine the shapes, get some displacement on there. I'll chat to the guys at 3D Scan Store and see about getting the high-res stuff. And we can do some tests with that, and then we'll have to figure out how to do clothing, do hair, look dev, how we're going to do the volume thing that I want to do for the clothing. At some point we need to figure out how to actually texture the eyes with the new volume workflow I'm trying. It's a little bit of a complex one, You uploaded your work above, so you can't send URLs. You need to send it as like partial links. If you try to send a full URL, it will not work. So if it's like an ArtStation link or something, just send the end of it. So like, artstation.com / and then just send that end bit, and I can copy paste that myself. I'll hang on for another few minutes so you can send it, and we can quickly go through it. Right, so that's that working. So let's get that saved. Okay, just drag that down here. Cool. And then we'll do another pass. I'll set that back to 2. And then we will go into here, turn off the wireframe. MA wireframe. Just delete the brackets. It's not sending through, man. Is there like a filter that I can find? Oh, sorry? Yeah, but I don't think he has me on there. Okay, do you have me on any kind of social media or ArtStation or anything? It might be best to message me there, and I can give you feedback through those. Because it's not sending through her still for some reason. But yeah, so I'm going to end the stream. If you message me on another platform and I can give you some feedback. I will be heading out for a walk though, so it might be, I might reply later in the day. But yeah, anyway, enjoy the rest of your day, guys. And possibly chat to you again tomorrow. If not, it'll be again Monday or Tuesday. But in the meantime, enjoy the rest of your day. Bye bye.